Welcome to our morning advisory lesson. Today, we're going to be learning about picking up pieces when things are hard. We're going to apply kintsugi to our lives.
What is broken is beautiful. What do I mean by that? Let's talk about it. There is an art form in Japan called kintsugi. It is the art of repairing broken pottery. You see, the Japanese recognize that just because something was once broken does not mean it is no longer beautiful. There is beauty in breaks, and there is beauty in repairing what was once broken and restoring it to wholeness. Rather than trying to hide the history of the breaks, the Japanese, they fill it with gold. They accentuate the damage, perform the masterful work of restoration, and the piece becomes more beautiful, not in spite of the breaks, but because of the breaks. We are all kintsugi. We have all experienced times of brokenness, where it felt like our life, our worth, and our wholeness was a piece of ceramic pottery that was picked up and hurled at the floor, smashed into dozens of pieces. You questioned your worth and your value. You've doubted the possibility of feeling whole, safe, and happy again. And if you are like me, you've probably tried to hide the cracks and the broken pieces. You have probably gotten good at pretending, showing the whole side of yourself when you really felt broken. It is exhausting hiding the cracks, telling yourself it is easier to just take the pain than try to put your shattered pieces back together, especially because it feels like nothing ever works for long. Healing is like kintsugi. Your history, healing, and repair becomes more valuable than disguising the breaks. What once was broken is beautiful. You become whole not by disguising yourself, but by refining yourself. Just like a bowl's cracks can be filled with gold, your broken pieces can be filled with light, mended together. Through your history, your experience, your life, you become even more beautiful than you were before. Not despite the broken parts, but because of them. You are that beauty. We all are.
So we learned from the video that kintsugi means we're mending broken pieces to transform into something whole and more beautiful than it was before it broke. In life, we all go through hard things. We're going to have painful experiences. Sometimes those experiences can lead us to feel broken or not the same. It's at those times we can remember the art form of kintsugi and remember how to apply it to our own selves and how to repair the broken things. So how do we pick up our broken pieces and start to heal ourselves? The first is by allowing ourselves to feel the big emotions. Sometimes this can be scary and we don't want to accept those feelings, but that can be helpful. We can get help in talking about these feelings. We can go to family members, friends. There's people here at school to help as well. Finding someone we trust with those big feelings to help work through it is a big part of healing ourselves. Sometimes when we go through hard events, it's hard to remember the good things in our life. So taking a moment every day to be grateful for those good things will help heal those broken pieces. We also need to learn how to accept what happened to us. That doesn't mean we have to like it or be okay with it, but we can accept in our minds that yes, this did happen. Finally, we want to have non-judgment about ourselves and how we are dealing with the process. We can see maybe how we can get better, but not blame ourselves if we're having a hard day or not wanting to feel emotions. As a school, we just went through a difficult time together, and many of us may feel broken. We now have an opportunity to help each other heal. In order to do that, we need to understand a few things. The first is that we may all grieve or show our pain in different ways. Some may cry, some may be quiet, some may want to talk, others may not want to talk. Some may need to move, while others just want to sit quietly. Let's understand that grief does not look the same for everyone. Along with that, we need to not be judgmental because of other people's beliefs or the way that they are expressing their grief. Finally, we need to give grace if somebody is not handling things well. Sometimes when a crisis happens, people might not understand what is needed from others. So they may say insensitive comments or try to make a joke because they're hurting too and they don't understand how to handle it. So if something happens that you don't like, instead of creating more pain and more breaking by saying unkind words back, take a moment to talk to the person. Let them know you didn't appreciate it. Let's handle it in a more mature and helpful way. So when life gives us difficult times, let's remember kintsugi, the Japanese art form of repairing broken pottery with gold. We want to become more strong because we have also been transformed through suffering.